Greetings. It's the Civic Engagement Group for Social Justice. We're going to take the time now to introduce ourselves and our major.
My name is Alexander Rivero, and my major is Communications and Public Relations.
My name is Antoine Williams. I'm a political science major and a minor in philosophy.
Hi, my name is Heather Trisno, English major and economics minor.
My name is Alex Tarrant, Communication and Public Relations major.
One of our group members who is not present with us, Jon Lupinacci, and he is a journalism major. Our general topic was social justice, and underneath that very broad umbrella, we chose to focus on victims' rights. And within that, even I guess you can say broad subject still of victims' rights, we chose to focus on re-victimization and special issues and challenges that our local victims and families face.
I gotta get some environmental stuff.
I think a lot of this started with we wanted to help people, but then our professor, Liang, forced us to look inside and dig deeper as to why, not the what, but why we were doing this and what the importance of this particular subject was. And upon further reflection, I think as a group we came to the realization that it's not just about victim rights, it's about human rights. And there are certain rights that all humans should have access to and have the right to exercise.
We volunteer with the Victim Service Coalition, and it's for victims who don't have the ability to provide themselves legally, financially, and morally, seeking support. We kind of raise awareness and funds for them. We have a couple organizations that we work with on campus, such as the CAPS organization. And what we're out here today for is to get people to a candlelight visual that we're having on Monday. It's kind of candlelight visual for victims straying from any crime, from abuse to rape, whatever it is. We're also starting a group on campus next spring semester. If you want to put your name and email down, it would be lovely. We'd like to see you guys involved.
Yeah,
all right. Cool. Thank you.
Victims' rights is just a personification of that particular issue. So that's why we all worked as hard as we did to bring the spotlight to this particular issue.
We're hoping that this whole event, especially that it's going to be on the news, could raise enough awareness for the future.
Will there be another event like this in the near future?
Hopefully. Starting where we're helping to start a club that's going to deal directly with the Victim Services Coalition on campus next spring, and that's going to put a lot more people in involvement. So with that, hopefully the next event, whatever it is, could attract a lot of the larger crowd.
Hi, and welcome again. This is my colleague and good friend Tony Williams, and he's here on another episode of Poetic Justice. So Tony, please share with the audience at home, how does the theme of leading that we learned in class relate to our work with the Victim Services Coalition?
In different ways. Recently I read a book titled The Leader's Voice, and the author of that book, two authors of that book, basically state that leadership is essentially having faith in someone else. With the mission of the Victim Service Coalition being to promote awareness towards victim rights issues and special circumstances and challenges that they face, to provide education and support to victims and their families. Leading, if you will, in that context, relates to our ability to, restore a sense of faith and community, to help them basically reconnect, regather a sense of place in the community. So it's about also being a voice for them, but helping them find their own voice.
3 years I've attended MSU, I've never really been dedicated to something like outside of school, you know what I mean, like for like extracurricular or whatever it is. So this is the first thing that I could see, like us and myself personally really like putting time and dedication.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Poetic Justice. Before we begin, I'd like to read a short passage from the Civically Engaged Reader under the paragraph of associating. And if associating is where human begins, it is also where civic begins. There must be some gathering of people, some joining together for us to have any kind of community or society.
Associating is thus the underlying condition of civically engaged activity, and it is also the most general form of civically engaged activity. So what I'd like to know, Alexis, is what do you think associating has to do with the project and your work with the Victim Services Coalition?
Well, I think us all at the Victim Services Coalition, we can all relate because we've all been victimized at some point of our lives, whether it is when you're younger and you've been bullied for a flaw or a fault that you have, or when you're older going through puberty and whatnot. So we all, to a certain degree, have experienced some victimization, some picking, and some, chastising or bullying for our own.
Are you saying that through your experience you're able to see yourself and your struggle and some of the victims that you encountered?
Exactly.
And so it kind of made it more opponent to you?
Exactly. Just that.
The overall mission for Victim Services Coalition and our community partner, Shabela Jones of the Fort Myers Police Department, was to raise funds and awareness